7 whole minutes. Think about that for a second. 7 minutes of non-stop clapping, cheering, and people on their feet. Can you even imagine standing in front of a crowd that size while every single person is applauding just for you? That's exactly what happened to Johnny Depp at the Cannes Film Festival. It wasn't just applause. It felt like a wave of love, support, and recognition crashing down all at once. Hey there, my friend. Have you ever witnessed a comeback story that left you with goosebumps? You know, that moment where someone you thought was done, someone you thought had no chance of returning, suddenly rises again and proves everyone wrong. That's what this story is about. Johnny Depp's return to the spotlight isn't just about a film. It's about resilience. It's about second chances. And it's about how the world, against all odds, decided to stand behind him once again. Today, we're going to dive into everything that happened during Depp's jaw-dropping return to Cannes. I'll take you inside that incredible moment everyone is talking about. We'll break down why this standing ovation matters so much, how Depp reacted, and what this might mean for his future in Hollywood. And believe me, you'll want to stick around because this is more than just a Hollywood story. It's the kind of moment that gives you hope, that makes you believe in comebacks, in fighting through the storms, and in finally seeing the sun again. Let's rewind a little. To truly understand why this moment at Cannes was so powerful, we need to look at what led up to it. Johnny Depp hasn't had an easy few years. The controversies, the legal battles, the endless headlines, it felt like the world wasn't talking about his work anymore. Instead, it was all about the drama. And in Hollywood, that kind of noise can end careers. There were even whispers that Depp would never be able to reclaim his place among Hollywood's elite. That maybe his time as a beloved actor had come to an end. But you know what's fascinating? Depp didn't rush to prove anyone wrong. He didn't jump into interviews or start shouting about his innocence. He quietly stepped away. He let the storm pass. And when the time was right, he chose to return, not with a loud bang or a flashy PR stunt, but with a film that spoke for itself. That's where Cannes comes into the picture. Cannes isn't just any film festival. It's one of the most prestigious stages in the world for cinema. It's where art is celebrated, where storytelling is honored, and where moments like this can truly change everything. So when Johnny Depp decided to make his comeback with the premiere of Jeanne du Barry, all eyes were on him. The build-up was unreal. Fans flocked to the festival, holding up signs with messages like, "We love you, Johnny," and "Welcome back." The paparazzi were everywhere, cameras flashing as Depp stepped onto the red carpet with that familiar mix of quiet confidence and humility. You could almost feel the electricity in the air. Now, imagine sitting in that theater. The lights go down. The film begins. Every scene, every frame is watched not just as entertainment but as a test. People were asking, does he still have it? Can Johnny Depp still captivate an audience the way he used to? And then, as the film played, something magical happened. That familiar spark, the one that made us fall in love with characters like Captain Jack Sparrow and Edward Scissorhands, was back. Depp wasn't just acting. He was proving why he's one of the greatest performers of our time. And then came the moment that would go viral. The film ended. The lights came up. And the room erupted. People leapt to their feet, clapping and cheering with so much passion that it didn't stop for 7 whole minutes. 7 minutes of pure, unfiltered appreciation. Think about how long 7 minutes is. Go ahead, count it out. It's long enough to bring tears to anyone's eyes. And that's exactly what happened. Depp just stood there, looking around, clearly overwhelmed. You could see it on his face, gratitude, relief, disbelief. It was like the weight of the last few years lifted off his shoulders right in that moment. Have you ever had a moment where you felt completely seen? Like after everything you've gone through, people finally understand you again. That's what this ovation was for Johnny Depp. It wasn't just applause for a movie. It was applause for his resilience, for his artistry, and for his journey back to the light. The reaction didn't just stay in that theater. It spilled onto the internet like wildfire. Social media blew up with clips of the ovation. Fans were calling it Johnny's redemption arc. People who had once doubted him were suddenly saying, "Wow, maybe we were wrong about him." Isn't it amazing how one moment, just a few minutes of clapping, can change an entire narrative? Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Let's talk about what makes a comeback like this work. Because it's not just luck. There's a strategy here, and it's something we can all learn from. First, timing is everything. Johnny Depp didn't rush back into the spotlight. He waited for the right moment and, more importantly, the right project. Cannes was the perfect stage for this because it's all about celebrating artistry. It's not about gossip. It's not about scandals. It's about the craft of filmmaking. By choosing to premiere Jeanne du Barry there, Depp made a statement. He was saying, "I'm still an artist. I'm still here to tell stories." Second, authenticity wins. In a world where celebrities often rely on over-the-top PR stunts, Depp did the opposite. He simply showed up, did the work, and let his performance do the talking. That kind of authenticity is rare, and people respond to it. You could feel that in the theater. This wasn't about hype. It was about connection. And third, public perception can change faster than we think. Sure, the past few years have been rough for Depp. But when people see someone they admire showing resilience, when they see them standing tall after being knocked down, it sparks something. We all love a good redemption story. And let's be honest, don't we all want to believe in second chances? An insider at Cannes even said something that really stuck with me: the crowd wasn't just clapping for the film. They were clapping for Johnny's resilience. That hits differently, doesn't it? It makes you realize that sometimes, it's not just about talent or fame. It's about showing the world that you can survive, no matter what's thrown your way. So, what does this mean for Johnny Depp's future? Well, if this moment is any sign, it means the world is ready to see more of him. It feels like Hollywood, which once seemed to turn its back on him, is slowly opening its doors again. That standing ovation wasn't just a reaction to one film, it was a powerful statement from both fans and industry insiders. It said, "We still believe in you. We still want to see what you can do." And honestly, isn't that exciting? To think about all the untold stories he still has inside him, all the characters he hasn't yet brought to life, it almost feels like a new chapter waiting to be written. You see, Johnny Depp isn't just another actor. He's one of those rare performers who completely disappear into a role. He doesn't just act, he transforms. Think about his characters over the years: the unpredictable Jack Sparrow, the gentle Edward Scissorhands, the mischievous Willy Wonka, the complex Sweeney Todd. Each one is so different, yet all of them feel real because Depp pours his heart into every performance. Now, with this standing ovation at Cannes, people are starting to remember that side of him. They're looking past the controversies and seeing the artist again. And here's the thing, Hollywood loves a comeback story. We've seen it before. When someone falls, but then rises again, it creates a buzz that no marketing campaign can buy. Studios and directors take notice. They start thinking, what if Johnny Depp is ready for another big role? What if he's ready to create another character that will leave a mark on cinema? This moment at Cannes could be the spark that reignites his career in a way that's even bigger than before. Imagine him taking on roles that challenge him, maybe something completely different from what we've seen before. Maybe a heartfelt drama, a powerful biopic, or even a return to those iconic, quirky roles we all love. Whatever it is, you can feel the excitement in the air. Fans want to see him back on the big screen, and now, the industry might finally be willing to give him that chance. It's almost like watching an artist standing at the edge of a new era, ready to create something unforgettable again. Now, I want to ask you something. Do you think this standing ovation marks the start of a whole new chapter for Johnny Depp? Or do you think it was just a one-time moment? I'd love to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is a conversation worth having. If you're still here with me, I know this story hit you too. Maybe you're like me, someone who grew up watching Johnny Depp's movies, someone who's been rooting for him even through the toughest times. Or maybe you just love a good comeback story, one of those moments that remind you that no matter how dark things get, there's always a chance to rise again. Before you go, if you want to relive some of Depp's most iconic movie moments, I've got another video linked for you right here. Trust me, you'll love it. And hey, if this video gave you chills, do me a small favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more Hollywood stories that inspire and surprise. And share this with someone who's been rooting for Depp's return, because they'll want to see this moment too. So, what's the takeaway here? Maybe it's that resilience is powerful. Maybe it's that talent, when combined with authenticity and patience, can overcome almost anything. Or maybe it's just a reminder that even in a world as harsh and unforgiving as Hollywood, there's still room for redemption, for grace, for second chances. And if you ask me, Johnny Depp's comeback is just the beginning.